Welcome to the Week 8 in Review, BONESTORM. We've got Kevin, Ethan, Matt, Dickey on the line today with another exciting recap from the week that was. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Dynamic as always. Let's get to the first matchup. There we go. All right, let's talk about it. It's you.
All right, let's talk about it.
Love Hugs and Ice Cream. It's Greg. It's the other Leighton. One of those Leighton boys.
Love Hugs and Ice Cream was able to score, let's see, 114, and not enough against the powerhouse that is Camp Krusty. Sorry, Greg. I was able to get 136. Not a monster, but decent days from my pickup, waiver wire pickup earlier this year, Michael Pittman Jr. with 30. Austin Eckler has been excellent all year. Gets me another 24, and Amari Cooper finally shows up with 28. Wow. On his side, Aaron Rodgers, 19, that's probably average. Darrell Henderson, 22, that's about what he was expected to do. And, nothing from Coolio.
Yeah, exactly. There was nothing from Robbie Anderson. And Aaron Rodgers probably knew that he was about to come down with COVID. That's why he didn't get the 20 or plus for Greg. So, we'll see what happens with that. Did you see that story today?
No.
Oh, you are so behind the times. So Aaron Rodgers, unvaccinated, has COVID, won't be playing.
Oh, shocker. Yeah.
Won't be playing next week in Kansas City. So it might be Blake Bortles, might be Jordan Love. It's yet to be seen.
Is he an anti-vaxxer as well, or?
I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't, supposedly he told the NFL he's been using a homeopathic treatment with his personal doctor. So I don't know I wonder if his doctor is the same one that Elvis had that gave him all those pills to wake up and go to sleep. If he probably has his own Dr. Nick, I'm guessing.
Facts. Do your own research, Aaron. Oops, you can't. You got COVID.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Next one, we've got
place.
Oh my Lord, this one was unbelievable. I feel so bad for Joe. Hail Satan. And when I say squeaks by, I mean squeaks by. He scores 125.9 to Joe's 125.6. There was less than a quarter of a point separating these two. Chris Godwin shows up big with 30 points, only 15 for Herbert. Matty continues to sell his soul to the devil with Tom Brady getting him the lion's share between him and Tyler Boyd and CeeDee Lamb. That's like 90% of your score. Mm-hmm. Really loving your RB tandem back there, along with your tight ends and defense. Looks like they cumulative, let's see, 15 points maybe between all four.
I know exactly. And remember, Dalvin Cook was the number 2 overall pick. Do better. I know Dallas is good, but my goodness, you could have done better against them. And that was Sunday night. That was pulling my guts out trying to watch that game and hand out candy at the same time. That was really rough. I'm sure I ate a lot being stressed out about Dalvin Cook not doing anything against that very good Dallas defense right now. So sorry, Joe, that came down to the wire. I thought for sure I was going to lose. I was shocked when I looked at the score and I kept thinking it's going to correct. There's going to be a correction in the scores by Monday and I'm going to lose. It'll be like how Trump lost, right? They found all those votes overnight and all of a sudden he loses. But
massive dumps.
I ended up winning. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
And Dawn. Okay,
we had Dawn going up against Jason. She did not go into the weekend with a lot of optimism. That proved to be a wise choice. Kyler Murray, wow, only 7. That's not like him. David Johnson.
He might be dinged up too. They're saying he might be injured now too.
But one of my favorite receivers of the year, not my favorite, but one of them, Keenan Allen, again, 19.7, and Cooks gets her 20 on Jay's side, who is nowhere near his normal.
No, this was small potatoes for him. Yeah,
plenty to win. He's got Ali Cox, Mo
Ali Cox. Mm-hmm.
Never heard of him.
Exactly.
1.5 and Mike Williams with 3.9. Not great. You highlighted those. Cooper Kupp again, still having a great year. He gets 26.8. Najee Harris 21. And then Daniel Jones, 19. I don't know why you highlighted it. That's pretty much what he's expected to get.
I know, but still, I was just getting anybody around 20, so that's still pretty good for his backup, right? I mean, Lamar's out, he gets 20 from a backup. That's pretty good work.
Yeah, not bad. 151 to 121. Don loses by 30.
Yeah. So again, like you said, not near his top scores, but he did pretty well with his bye week fill-ins, and it was just tough for Don because as well as Kyler Murray's been playing, his production has. Oh, hold on a second. Do you need help? you want me to open that? Okay, hold on. We got a little interruption in the broadcast here, people. Hi, David. Somebody's coming in from outside. All right, but yeah, so again, Jason continues his thumping of the rest of the league, but not with his normal giant score. We'll move on to the next one.
Okay, we've got the Wild Poopers going against maybe the current strongest team in the league, the Gentlemen's Four Quarterlies. Terry gets another score north of 180. She's got 33.5 from Josh Allen. Corderell Patterson, we've talked about many times this year, having a great year. Tyreek Hill does Tyreek Hill numbers at 27. On the flip side, Kat is able to get, Tannehill gets 27, and not bad from Booker, but some low scores for her running back, I guess, Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, the red circles are the ones that really fell off. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell, who's not, again, he's not like, you know, the best guy or whatever, but poor ODB gets 1.6. And there's been some drama there too. He complained, like his folks complained about how bad Baker was, and now cut from the Browns. He's off the Browns, dude.
ODB or OBJ?
Yes.
Who's off?
Odell Beckham Jr.
Yes. I normally call him OBJ, but ODB's fine
Whatever.
too.
ODB is
Dirty
Bastard.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sorry.
Terry pulls out another win. And again, even those games she lost earlier in the year, she scored well.
180 in this one. Yeah, and this is
yeah,
a down week for her. Yeah, she has a very impressive roster. I mean, my goodness, 33, 19, 27, 19. And again, that's a slow day for her. So expect more from her, whoever gets to play her next. Let's move on
And who
to
we got next? Okay,
next
we
one.
got this was a wild one.
Yes.
This one went down to the end. Springfield United.
Jesus, how
Johnny,
many reps are we gonna
again.
get with this damn thing? Forget it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to mute the phone. It's the home phone. We still have a landline that sometimes people call. There we go. I've muted it. Go ahead.
Get with the times.
No,
Okay.
never.
The Braille Bombers gets another win. Finally, well done.
Oh, another. That's her second. You make it sound like she has a bunch stacked up. This was
No, I've
on
got
a losing
another.
streak.
Well, another as far as the season goes.
Yes.
Joe Mixon shows up 25. Robert
Mhm.
Woods gets 20. Nick Chubb, 7.9. That was half of what he was expected to
Yeah,
get.
yeah. Steelers D.
Well, whatever. On the flip side, Johnny's got nothing from Calvin Ridley, 4.6.
Who is also out of the league now? Did you hear that?
Why is he out of the league?
Mental issues. He's stepping away from the game.
Ah,
You gotta
okay.
get up on this stuff, son. Why don't you stop looking at your stupid YouTube things and look at the NFL stuff once in a while?
You
dude.
should step out of fantasy for mental issues.
Please.
But that should have been 10 years ago. Michael Carter, 32.2. Wow, that's
Big
nice.
score, yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get that guy?
And unvaxxed Cole Beasley with 23. Go Cole.
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't have it yet. Maybe he's going to go to Tom Brady's house, or Noah. Who is it? Aaron Rodgers' house.
Yeah.
Johnny appears to have some bench issues. We got 3 open slots down there.
Hey, look, I'm just happy there was a full team on the roster this week that didn't have a bye issue. So at least we had a full one, unlike the last 2 weeks that Greg and Todd benefited from greatly. Let's move on to the next
Well,
one.
this helped you out, right? I mean, John's in your division, is he not?
No, John's
Oh,
not in my
no,
division.
Dawn.
No,
Dawn's-
no,
Dawn's
it helped
division.
Dawn out.
Yeah,
Exactly. So she should be thanking me.
Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you.
next up.
All right, thanking Mama. Okay, we got the TV casualties going against the halfback Mustangs. Ooh, Kevin Clemens gets
Huge
north of
day for
200
Clemens.
points. Let's
Mhm.
see, he's got Stafford. Dude, the
Yeah.
Rams do nothing but throw that ball.
I know.
32.2. Jonathan Taylor, 21. Aaron Jones, 24. Adam Thielen, almost another 20. Lockett with 28. Good grief. Lots of 20s over there. You're going to get 200 when you do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Todd, let's see, Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, he had to because Dak is hurt. Sorry, Todd. Bummer deal. Hopefully he gets back on his feet. Chubba Hubbard. Yeah, okay. That's what he's supposed to get. Darrell Williams. Like I said, if he could straighten out that running back, he's a team to be to reckon with.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he's got some low scores here. Let's see. Waddle was 7.9. Tanyan, now I think he's hurt now.
I think he
he's
is. I think he might be, but I'm not sure. But I just meant he didn't perform
Get
to
with
his.
the story. He's on IR, jerk face. And then we've got Emmanuel Sanders with 0. I don't know what happened to him.
I think he just had an off day there for Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo normally, he actually's had a couple really big scores these last couple weeks. So this week was definitely an off one. Let's get to the standings. I'm going to move this
Let's
down.
get to the standings.
Talk
Okay.
about where everybody is.
Brockway, even with another loss, Dawn still finds herself in the first spot because Johnny lost and Kat lost. So that whole division lost. Number 1 in that division has a 500 record. You can go to playoffs with a losing record, and I mean not even close to 500 right now. 0.375 gets you in the playoffs in Brockway. Over to Ogdenville, Hail Satan is still out front by a couple games. He's 6-2. TV Casualties and Love Hugs and Ice Cream are battling out to see who may join you. It's still early in the season, but that's how it's shaping up. North Haverbrook, Karen from Roseville, best record in the league. He still only has 1 defeat. He's got, following him, Gentleman Four Quarterlies, who is hot. Ooh, that's a tough division. And you got the Frail Bombers at 2-6. Mama's got to start stringing some wins together because it looks like those two are running away in North Haverbrook.
The window is closing, yes.
Like I've said, the cream of this entire league would be found in Springfield, where you've got a 2A tie for first with 5-3, and Meaty Haunches having some tough matchups. Good scores, but tough matchups. And that's how we're looking. I'm still in front by just nothing. Basically, we're tied.
That's just, it's got to be the points overall that you're ahead of it, or a division matchup that you've won. Yeah, it's one of those. They don't show it on this page.
Well, we split our matchups. I know that, so it's got to be something else. Oh, this one again.
Okay, we're in week 8. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Just as a reminder, I know you guys probably already know this by now, but we might have new viewers this week. What this does is it shows how you started or how ESPN thought you did on draft day versus how they think you're doing right now.
No, not how you do right now. This is their projection of where you're going to end up at the end of the year too. Final standing projection. Yes. It says these are the current projections.
Okay. Gotcha. So the hollow bubbles are where they thought you started, and the solid bubble is where they think you're going.
Where you're now at and where you think you're going to end up overall. Yeah.
Correct. So we've got Malibu Stacy's and Kevin, me. We were 1 and 2 after draft day. Malibu slipped a little bit, but she's had some injuries.
A little bit, dude. 1-8. You're gonna sugarcoat that crap. Is it your wife?
Well, she's had some injuries, but she's still leading her division. So
yeah.
Who knows?
Doesn't matter, right? All she has to do is make playoffs. Doesn't matter where she ends up on the thing as long as she gets in the playoffs. Yeah.
I think this is clear. They loved me on draft day. They still love me. They got me at 3rd. The Wild Poopers, poor Cat. They had her at 3rd on draft day. Now they think she's going to be on the outside looking in.
Well, when we get well, when we get to her game and you pull it up, she has 3 people on IR now. It is MASH central for that unit.
It's getting that way. This league is getting that way. TV Casualties, another team who's had some bad.
Wait, you skipped Love and Hugs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Love and Hugs was at 4. They think he's slipping down to 7.
Thank you.
They don't like these top ones. Boy, they think we have just flip-flopped.
I know.
TV Casualties, they had him at 5 on draft day. Now they think he's going to finish in 10th. We've got some movers and some shakers coming up in the next 2. Gentlemen's Four Quarterlies. Terry, I think we've all seen this. Thought she was middle of the road on draft day, but has basically climbed her way into 2nd place. Very impressive.
Yeah, her scores.
Even with some tough matchups, they think
like
you're
him.
on the way up. They think you were at 7. Now they think you're the 5th strongest league. The only thing going bad for you is the fact that 2 other teams in your division are just monsters, the 2 Kevins. And we've got another slip. This may be due to management, not injuries. I'm not going to speculate at this point because I don't know. They had him at 8th on draft day, slipping all the way to the back of the pack at 12th. Braille Bombers, who's had some real
middle of the road.
They had her at 9. They think she's going to be there at 9. So just on the bubble for getting into playoffs. Hail Satan. They hated you. I hated you. I still hate you, but they think you're doing better at currently projected to go 6th place. You do have a good record. Halfback Mustangs, woo, they thought you were
Big
second
jump.
to worst. Now
Yep.
they think you're fourth from the top. Well done, Kev. And maybe the Cinderella
The
story of
biggest,
the entire
absolutely.
the
Yes.
entire league, the whole season. Jason's team, who they thought did the absolute worst, shows what they know. He is projected without too much movement to finish in first place.
Nicely done. Absolutely. This is a fun one to look at. Like I said, we'll look at this every couple of weeks. We did it at the, and we're now at the halfway point or a little bit past the halfway point. So we'll do it again as we round the corner heading into the playoffs. But this was pretty fun to look at again because it was a very different one even a few weeks ago. So it's
So
always fun to watch
interesting.
how
Yeah.
they're going. Yeah. So let's move on to the waiver wire that was hot with action today. Take it away. Look at
Oh my
and react.
gosh. So a little bit of a battle here
Yes.
with Adrian Peterson. Todd pulling a Dickie by bidding 0. I ain't gonna work. Wild Poopers knew better at 31, but Maddie went deep. I cannot believe all that crap you bid 0 for. Now all of a sudden the coffers are open and you're pulling out money from under the mattress with $42.
That's why I have that
Adrian
42 is all those other
Peterson?
zeros. Yes.
Now,
Adrian Peterson.
Is he allowed to take his wheelchair out there, or does he have to leave that?
Well, it's
How
gonna
old is
be
that guy.
He is the ageless wonder. Remember how well he played for Washington those last few years? Excuse me, the
we'll
Redskins.
see.
So we'll see how he does here. You're right. It's going to be between he and a guy named Jeremy Nichols, who you'll get to later. But those are the two guys going to be splitting Derrick Henry's workload. But I'm hoping that Adrian takes over and does well, or at least turns into a nice trade maybe one day. I already mentioned that as well. So let's move on to any other matches.
This is what I find funny. Todd put in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players on on the waiver wire and bid 0, 0, 6, 0, 0. Are you giving him advice on how
No,
much
we're
you
just
bid on players?
smart.
Smart. Okay.
Fredo
We've got-
smart.
So he was able to get Boston Scott out of Philly,
Yep.
running back.
He had 2 touchdowns last week. Mhm.
Yep. And then Karen got Brian Edwards for 5 and the
That's
Colts for
because now
5.
the reason why, because that is because again, this is probably a story you missed. Henry Ruggs, the other wide receiver in Vegas, like one of the top 2 guys in Vegas, was doing 156 airbags deployed at 127 miles an hour, and he killed another person, and he's been cut from the Raiders.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bad times.
That's wild.
Death, and you're gone. So Brian Edwards now, hey, you're the number 2 now. Get out there and start doing, or number 1 possibly on the team. That's why he picked him up.
And Todd also tried for Deion Jones for nothing. Halfback outbid him for 5. He did get Dan Arnold, the tight end,
Tight end,
out of
yep.
Jacksonville. Who else do we get? So good job, Kev. You won that battle. Evan Ingram. Wow, we had a $0
0
versus $0 battle.
Father
Battle
and
of
son,
God.
just
So-
like daddy, 0.
I guess Jay got the tie break. I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly how
Yeah.
that worked out. Wild Poopers, though,
Oh,
takes you down.
dang
you
it.
can bitch all you want about Adrian, but she got your ass with
I know.
Jeremy McNichols.
I know, and I was
running
oh,
back
and I
out
was
of Tennessee.
close, man. But look at the other cheap one, TV casualty, $7. You're not gonna get him for $7, Todd. Come on.
Hey, you would have tried 0, but I don't know what happened to you this week.
No, it's because I
yeah.
know the value of some of these. Of course, I was completely wrong about the guy I was telling you to get that somebody paid like 12 for.
Yeah,
I was
you
telling
wanted me to spend
50,
100.
Get 50. Yeah, right. Come on.
You said
100.
100.
You gotta get him. Exactly. Kadarius Toney, that's right.
And I was nervous because I was at 60 something.
But you can laugh at how much I overpaid for Taysom Hill down there because no one else apparently has any faith in him but me.
Not only did you overpay, compared to your spending trends this season, you basically bet the farm on
I
these
know.
guys.
I know.
22 for Jeremy and Ben Kick. Oh, you must have been sweating.
I was getting all 3. Yes.
Okay, you were able to get Taysom Hill,
Shut up.
36.
God,
That's
I
great.
could have gone with 0. No one even went after it.
That is priceless.
That's karma for all my other zeros. I could finally get one with 0 and I ended up paying 36. Boom, nothing.
Now, Todd, again, I secretly believe, and okay, I have a request. Jason, will you please contact league co-management and let him know if Todd is still okay, alive and well. I have a theory based on looking at this that Matt has stolen his log
Taking over
on,
his team.
has
and bidding all
taken
the
over his
zeros.
team based on the bids and the number of tight ends he appeared to be interested this week.
You love a
He
tight
was
end.
interested in 1, 2, 3, at least 3 different tight ends. Let me know, Todd. Are you still okay?
Todd, we
Are
need
you
a
in a
proof of
trunk
life.
somewhere?
We need some proof of life.
This has
Hold
got
up
to be.
today's paper, Todd.
This has got to be Dickie out there bidding on tight ends all over the place.
Funny boy.
Well,
All right,
we'll
I'm
see.
going to
Good.
stop.
Lots of activity.
Yeah, that was a fun day. So I'm going to stop sharing here and you're going to start sharing.
Okay.
So let's go to
some
you.
time.
Okay, so no, you're right. It was a crazy day, and you're right. I did bet a lot on the farm, and this could go horribly wrong, and it could be a lot of wasted money. But I thought, with the way New Orleans was doing, with Jameis out for the year, I thought Taysom with his running and his passing, I might be able to glean something as a second guy in case something happens to Tom. And of course, I wasn't really thinking short term because I need him this weekend, and if not, I might have to go after another one because if he's not starting and they put that Simeon dude in, I don't know if I want to start with him, but I'm gonna have to go grab somebody else out of there just to plug in this weekend since Tom is downstairs resting with his other demons. So we'll see how that works out for me, who I can get to actually start this week. I'm hoping that before the weekend, Taysom gets the nod as the starter, and then all of a sudden it bumps up his numbers, and I'll be looking just fine for this weekend going into it. How much
Nice,
time do you
nice.
have? How long? There we go.
I got it. I got it.
About time, dude. All right, you're on the wrong spot, purse fall.
Yeah, I know. Just relax.
Okay, there you go. And is that the right one?
Yeah, well, I think so.
I can never remember.
Just get. I know, me too.
I'm still
Just
waiting.
give her 1 second. Are we positioned fine? In
No, not yet. You need to scroll down.
Okay. You like that?
Keep
or
going
like
down.
that?
Well, too much. Right there is perfect.
Okay. Oh, I cannot wait. Look who it is.
Yes, this is the week.
Oh, I cannot wait.
It's gonna be
Oh,
sweet.
you've got somebody on a buy. I love it. I've got Jalen Hurts. They think I'm going to get 146. Ooh, they don't like your team. They only got you at 119. I hope you show up with something because you're going to need better than this band of losers to take down the team that is Camp Krusty. Are you nervous? You should be.
No,
I
because
got to get rid of Noah Fant.
yeah, I was
too.
going to say
it's
no
gonna get
because
even worse.
you have somebody there with a 0. I'm not worried at all. You'll screw that up before Sunday, so I have no worries about that. because-
Apparently, they think I don't need it.
I know, right? You can still beat me with that. I beat you with this.
I beat you with this.
Exactly. So yeah, no, this is going to be a great matchup. I can't wait to see the smack talking that goes on with this game going against you. I was licking my chops going, this is going to be lots of fun. I'm hoping
Why
for a
do
good
they have
matchup.
AJ Green with projected 9.8, but then they say he's out?
I got no idea. Maybe it hasn't updated yet, or maybe it's going to update. I'm confused by that as well. Did you see him drop the pass that could have won the game last week and then look back like, what happened? I'm like, what did the ghost come up and stop you doing that, AJ? That was just horrible. Be that as it may, I can't wait for this matchup. Let's see who's
Hey, you
going
picked
against
up
who.
my slop. I think I took him earlier this year.
You did. I grabbed him. You're right. Probably for $0 too. Let's see. Any good matchups? Oh, Cleveland and Cincinnati will be fun. So I got Tyler Boyd going up against Cleveland after that loss last week to Pittsburgh. I'll be interested to see who I field as an actual quarterback. And then Dalvin Cook, I'm hoping for a bounce back against Baltimore. I mean, I know Baltimore's a good team, but I'm hoping Cook comes back to at least 20 plus for me. Meanwhile, you got a lot of weapons over there, and if they fire, I'm going to be in trouble. But I'm hoping that I can.
You may have to switch out a couple of these guys. I don't know if Khalil Herbert is your key to victory.
That guy's a stud. I hope I beat you because of him. Go to the next game.
Me too, because look who he's going against.
I know. I want him to get. I'll be fine if he gets 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, as long as we win.
Oh, I can't wait. That's gonna be great. That's game of the week, as far as I'm concerned.
Of course it is.
Okay, we've got Donald,
father and daughter.
What a familicide gonna happen here this weekend. Someone's going down.
patricide.
Someone's gonna be a victor. Wow, they still like Jay's team quite a bit, almost 180. Cat, I feel bad. He's got check marks in every line with the exception of your linebacker. But she's got some question marks. She's got Odell with 0, so she'll fix that. It's not going to be as low as 113, but
Yeah.
she needs a good week.
Yeah, she's she's having a hard time because of so many different injuries that have affected her team. We'll see if she can muster up or cobble together some sort of squad to go up against Jason. And it's any given Sunday, right? Jason thankfully has at least lost one game, so he's not the Dolphins. But I'm hoping he loses another one here to Cat. I say go Cat just because I want to see Jason lose. Next game.
Speaking of Cat, love the balls. Jerry McNichols, pick him up and put him immediately in the lineup. I love it. Okay, let's check the next one. We've got
sibling rivalry week.
Gentlemen's Four Quarterly. So
yes.
I'll scroll down for you. They like Terry. Look at Terry's team too, averaging 186.
God, 186. That's insane.
That's got to be close to Jay's. So again, here's another line that they really like. She's got some question marks, but check boxes in every category with the exception of tight end. And I think that's because Jonnu Smith hasn't had a great year and they got him questionable right now. So because he has Cole Kmet and it's not like he's a huge check mark. That check mark is pretty faint on that side. Hopefully Johnny can field the full lineup. It looks like he's only got Calvin Ridley to deal with. Everybody else looks like they're playing. So
yeah, he's got to change out Calvin, and we'll see how that works out. But he's got the rest of them still firing all cylinders. We'll see if Buffalo continues to roll. How will Kyle Pitts bounce back? I think he didn't have that great of a week last week, but it's a division game against New Orleans. That should be good. Will Jamar Chase go off like he normally does for Cincy? For Terry, again, Terry, with the way she's scoring, hard to beat. Hard to not give the edge to Terry here, but I'm hoping for a Johnny upset just to see some sparks fly for his team because I know he's been on some losing streaks.
Yes, he has. Okay.
Next game.
Let me go to the next one. We've got the Malibu Stacy's going up against the Grail Bombers. Okay, this one's tight. Let's see what's going on with this lineup here. Okay, Dawn's got somebody that's out, so she's got to fix that. So it might be much closer. They do like Mama in this one and projected to get 143 versus Dawn's 130. But I think, let's see, she needs. Well, a lot of these guys are playing. Maybe she can get some better starters in there and fix that IDP. But it's also they think Mama's starting a streak.
They do, but I mean, again, look at Kirk Cousins. He's projected to do 23. He's averaged 24. I think he didn't even get 15 last week or barely got 15 or something like that. So it's all such a crapshoot, right? I mean, look, Kyler Murray, look at what Kyler got, like less than 10 last week. Will he get 26? You never know. I think this one's going to be one that comes down to the wire. Somebody's going to win by just a couple of points. It's a good game. Obviously I'm rooting for my mama. Sorry, Dawn, but hopefully it'll be a well-fought game. Next up.
All right. Next up, we've got
the Mustangs.
I can't remember if these guys played yet or not, but we've got the halfback Mustangs going up against Love, Hugs, and Ice Cream. So this one is not yet
Aaron Rodgers out.
Exactly. So we've got to adjust this one a little bit. I would say at this point it's anybody's game, but based on these projections, likes the Mustangs at 157, very healthy score. But if you look at Greg's team, his average is about 150. 158. So if he can correct some of this, it gets Aaron Rodgers fixed. And not sure what's happening with those question marks. Kevin's team looks to all to be playing, so no issues on that side. Who you got on this one?
It's hard not to pick against Mr. Clemens since he's loaded for bear there. Jonathan Taylor's playing great. Stafford's playing great. Jones is playing out of his mind. Feeling pretty good, I would say, most of the year. The rest are kind of question mark, kind of up and down. Whereas with Greg, again, Aaron Rodgers, that's a big chunk of points for him normally. Does he go for the backup? Does he get a different backup? How's he going to play? Stephon Diggs has had great games and very quiet games. How is he going to play this week, right? It's against Jacksonville, so it should be easy. But I've said that before, and it hasn't worked out. So you just don't know, right? Maybe it'll be closer than they think. I'm not sure. But again, hard not to give the edge to Clemens. But I think even the Bills defense, who Greg has bailed them out a couple times. So if they have a huge day and hold Jacksonville to nothing and maybe get a pick six or something, they might tip the tables. Whereas the Broncos have Dallas, who is playing lights out right now. And if they start rolling up big scores, the Broncos could be in negative territory and they might hold Jerry Jeudy to nothing and Javonte Williams. So again, these constant ones that Clemens has counted on, they're going to be tested this week against Dallas for sure. So we'll see, but hard not to give the edge to Clemens.
Well, look at Greg's, like you said, the Bills averaging 17.6. That's
Mhm.
awesome for a defense. But I like this too. I noticed this. It wasn't 180, but it's close. He's averaging
Yeah.
176 points this season.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's
much.
he's one of the big boys for sure.
Yeah.
Big
And
boys and girls. Yes.
finally, we've got the meaty haunches going up against the TV casualties. Let's see what this has. Okay, so they're projected to get 123 for Todd, but he's got some cleaning up to do. He's got an open defensive spot.
And
Doubtful
Dak's
for-
questionable, right? Remember, he didn't play last week. He was
Dak is
questionable. Right up until
questionable, and Corey Davis is doubtful.
Yep.
On the flip side, it looks as though Joe's got a full lineup. Maybe a question mark with Herbert, but they still haven't projected to get 25. His team's actually looking pretty good right now for his record. And this is another one of those, maybe not so much like Terry because she is winning, but a little bit like Terry, where their total record does not reflect the strength of their team.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, for Joe, Justin Herbert could go off against Philly this week. Same thing with Justin Jefferson. He had a quiet night against Dallas because they really held him in check, but he could go off this week and come up with 20, 30 points for Joe by himself, right? So yeah, he has a really strong team. It's just sometimes the matchups don't go his way, or maybe it's a slow day for whoever. It's tough because, Zeke is such a good running back, but they are splitting time with him and Tony Pollard so much that he doesn't get the consistent every week big producing, just going to grind it out. They're kind of playing him situationally, which is great for the team because I think Dallas only lost one game, but hard for the fantasy folks unless it's somebody that's always out there like a Dak if he's playing. But then again, that is just question mark for Todd's side, right? If Dak plays, he may get him a bunch of points. If he doesn't, he's scrambling just to get a quarterback to hopefully fill that hole. Same thing with Chuba Hubbard. I haven't heard anything about CMC coming back, so who knows? And AJ Brown had a huge week last week. He might have another one. Tennessee, if you didn't see that game, that was amazing. They were down 14-0 against the Colts, which is a division game. And I'm thinking, wow, either the Tennessee's not as good or Indy's way better than I thought. And slowly but surely, all of a sudden, the tables are turned and Tennessee runs away with it. I mean, in a big way. Now, of course, this is the first week minus no Derrick Henry. So, they're going to all play the pass and, hopefully not count on the running backs, but maybe McNichols and or AP get out there and make him respect the run. So it's a big question mark with AJ Brown. So this is another toss-up game. I don't know I know who's favored here, but this could go either way. I could see either team winning it and not be surprised at all.
Yeah. 2 points I wanted to make. So CMC, I haven't been following it that closely, but I do know like 2 weeks ago, they put him on IR, which means he's going to be out 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
It's like a mandatory 5 to 7 or something like that.
So
right.
he can't come back for another 3 to 4. I can't remember what it was.
So,
and it's not like Chuba Hubbard's been lighting it up. He's been averaging, just over 10, but
which is serviceable. It's not serviceable,
but
yeah.
But I do like, another player quietly, maybe not for you because you pay more attention, especially to this team, but you got to be liking that Deontay Johnson kid. Look at that.
He's the number one. Yeah, he's our number
averaging
one right
almost
now.
19 points a game. That's impressive.
He's awesome, and I love him. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great player. I'm absolutely happy with him. He's a great Steeler. What I don't like in the offensive play calling, and maybe this is more Ben than the offensive play calls, is Ben is always looking at him as the number one, which I'm fine with. I understand there's got to be a number one wide receiver, but with the way Chase Claypool is built, why we're not giving him more 50-50 balls like they did in Notre Dame?
Exactly.
And they've given him some, and he's not coming down with them yet. So
it was like 80-20 at Notre Dame.
I know, but that was college, and it's the pro, so maybe it's different. But I still have faith that Chase will come on and continue to get better. And now they're using Freiermuth, the tight end, thank God, because he was a guy that I didn't know him in college at all, but he had some ridiculous stat, like he never dropped a pass in the red zone ever, or always got a touchdown. Had some crazy numbers. So if they use him more, that hopefully will free up a little more Chase and obviously give more Deontay more room to maneuver. Not to mention how great Najee's been. I mean, when it's your team, you always hope that a draft pick does well, but you're always kind of skeptical too. You're like, well, I don't know how it's going to be. If I would know he's going to be this good, I would draft him in the first round for crying out loud. Instead, I let him go to Jason and thinking, well, he's his first year. He's killing it. They're throwing to him. He's running. He's doing great. So as long as he stays healthy, it's a good day for him. But no, I'm totally happy with Deontay Johnson. He is the number one guy, and for a good reason. He's a very good wide receiver, and kind of flies under the radar. Not a lot of people, when they're talking about great wide receivers, mention him, but his numbers certainly tell at Pittsburgh he's a big member of our team.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think this is a tough matchup. I really like both owners. Todd, I do hope Dak comes back. because it'll be exciting then. You guys will probably be very close to tied once you get everything squared away. And this will be another interesting one to watch if you just didn't crave the blood in the first matchup this week between Matt and myself.
Exactly.
So
And that's the last one, right, buddy?
that's the last one.
Okay,
Yes.
so kill that and we'll just go back to the 2 screens.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, so it should be another fun week of fantasy football. You and I get to play against each other. That'll be good.
Yep.
Thank you, Clemens, for stepping up. I know
Yeah, big get together.
a couple people went out to that place that Joe was talking about at the bar, but it was only a couple of people. And they said, hey, it's perfect, but no one said anything about putting that on the calendar. But meanwhile, Clemens steps up and says, hey, my house, the 14th, I'm doing burgers, and I've only heard magical things about these burgers. So I don't know what kind of, CBD oil he's dripping on there, or some truffle shavings he's doing into there, but I can't wait to try them. So the 14th it is. Thank you, Clemens. We're all looking forward to it. Terry can't come, unfortunately, but we'll do another one for her that she can definitely make.
Hey,
But,
Clemens, make sure you put some onions in those burgers. People love
I
onions.
knew you were going to mention that.
Okay, so yeah, way to go, Clemens. That's awesome. And then if that bar works out, maybe you guys, somebody just throws it out there on the calendar sometime in November.
Yeah, for sure.
Later
Yeah, we'll do it
November,
again,
maybe
and maybe we'll
close to
maybe we'll
Thanksgiving.
yeah maybe we'll pitch it over to Terry and have her just give us a couple of dates, and then we put that
Yeah.
down. Then versus hey, we're doing it this day, and then she's like, oh, I'm stuck with this. So holidays are going to be coming up. I know time's going to be tight, but I'm sure we can find some time to loosen things up and get out and see everybody. So I'm looking forward to that. So any final thoughts before we get ready to close it down for this week, Mister? How was your Halloween?
My Halloween was good. I'm a little disappointed you and I dressed up last week, because I even
know.
had a costume, but
Of
it
course
slipped
you
my
did.
mind.
What costume did you have?
I was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Did you look for it or did you make it?
We had it. We had it. I'll send you a picture.
I can't wait. What were your kids this year?
Emma was Taylor Swift from the You
That's
Belong
right. You
to
told
Me
me that.
party.
Mhm. Okay.
And Michael was this Naruto anime character named Toby.
Nice.
The guy has
Toby.
one eye, a mask with one eye on it,
Okay.
and a robe. So yeah,
And yeah. For me, I only had obviously one with Nathan, and he was Donkey Kong, and he looked very good as Donkey Kong,
I saw it.
stomping around. So that was kind of cool. David did not want to go out even this time, so we didn't get very far down the road before he wanted to come back. But he enjoyed handing out candy, so that was fun.
Okay, that's
And
good.
Gabby, and this has got to be some college thing that I was cracking up at. So Gabby went as 2 different things,
Yes.
maybe 3 different things. But the one that I laughed at the most was there's this picture that maybe is a meme on TikTok
I
or
think
some
it's
other
a
places
meme. Yeah.
with Adam Sandler walking to the store in like this red shorts, red shirt with like coffee and these shoes. And she like had it from top to bottom, including the
Yeah.
coffee in her hand. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I can see that she thankfully gave me a picture as a frame of reference.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I've been like, I don't get the outfit. Who are you? But she's
Yeah,
like, I'm
I
Adam
feel
Sandler.
bad. We're just out of touch, because I was
I
like,
know.
how
I'm
does
like,
anybody know that's
huh?
Adam Sandler? But
And I'm
then
like,
I'm sure
duh.
it's a meme, and yeah.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
speaking of Halloween, I just saw this today because I didn't see it when it came out. In fact, I saw the picture, but I didn't see they didn't say who it was, so I didn't know who it was, and I just moved on. But there's a picture, and you can go out there and Google this. Aaron Rodgers for his Halloween party went as John Wick with like he got the whole makeup, to make it look like his face is beat up and everything in the full black suit. That's why he grew his hair long, was to look like John Wick for his Halloween party. And there's a video where he's dancing and like has a gun or whatever. And so people have talked about that video, but I was like, I didn't even know that was him. I'm like, oh, I remember seeing that, but I just thought it was some goof dressed up as John Wick. That's you?
Oh, hold on.
Is that
Yeah,
your
I'm trying
phone?
to-
Oh, that's a wild shot.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to. It doesn't
Get it
know
out
what
of the
to
green.
do.
Yeah, it can't focus.
Yeah,
I can
let me
see
try-
it. No, we can see it.
Here,
Where
I'll do
are you
this.
in that?
Hold on.
Why don't you just turn off your background like an idiot and just keep a real camera on?
Here, I'm gonna do this.
Don't live in the fake world. There you go. That's perfect. Okay, perfect. Where's your face?
It's under that mask.
So it's in the mask itself.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was below it because I didn't know. Some of those things have the head on top and you're kind of down below. Well, that's cool.
I'm looking out to that left eye.
Nice. Looks good, buddy.
Thank you.
Very good. I'm sure people loved it. You always dress up. You were always the natural
Eh,
performer. Don't
Yeah,
give me that
exactly.
crap.
dance
All right,
monkey.
man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just keep dancing, monkey. Dad, you keep being funny. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your job.
right. That's right. All right, brother.
All right, man. Well, hey, so this has been fun. I hope everybody enjoyed the week 8 recap. Happy Halloween. Moving on to Thanksgiving. It's going to be fun. And we'll talk to you next week. Set your lineups. Get ready. Good luck in your matches, except for you, Kevin. You, Kevin, I'm pointing over here. You.
I won't need it.
So take us home, Kev.
Stay classy, Bone Storm.
Gobble, gobble.